Ford Technician Society post, February 5th, 2019, number 7718, reads as follows. Some 2011 through 2019 Mustang and F-150 vehicles equipped with a 5-liter engine may exhibit a ticking noise at idle after an engine oil change. It is often referred to as a typewriter noise because of its similarity to the sound of a mechanical typewriter. Millennials, you'll have to look up what a mechanical typewriter is. I don't have time to explain it to you. The noise in question may be heard on some engines when engine temperatures reach 150 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 degrees Celsius or higher, and an engine speed is at idle or approximately up to 1700 RPMs. It can typically be heard at the front wheel well and is often isolated to the transmission bell housing or oil pan area. Typewriter noise is not detrimental to engine function or durability and has no short or long-term effects on the engine. This is an operating characteristic of the 5-liter engine, and no repairs shall be attempted. Now, I have 3 huge problems with this. What's happening, everybody? Street here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Stang stories. Now, as you can tell from the intro of the video, you have an idea of where the meat and potatoes of this conversation is going to be. And some of you guys are like, Street, you said you wouldn't comment on the tick anymore. And agreed. But I also said that I would come back if I had any issues with my car or if any newsworthy information has come out on the typewriter tick. And I feel like an official statement from Ford is newsworthy content. So I've read the TSB to you, and I have some thoughts on it. We're going to get into that shortly. First, I'd just like to thank everybody who's been picking up merch. I appreciate you guys buying merch. Check out my shop. Link is in the description below. And there's always a card somewhere here. I always mix them up. There's a card that I'll post to the website right there. The first real order of business today is I wanted to just touch on Cool Kid Mustang kids. Now, Michael Mack had me laughing so hard the other day when he made that video. Those of you guys who haven't seen it, go over to Michael Mack's page and check out his video. He was kind of talking about the circumstances with Xander 13 and the grill that he installed on his car, which just jacked his bumper up at high speeds and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get too deep into it. If you want to go check out that video, go to Xander 13's webpage or YouTube channel and check that out. They had a live stream the other day, Stang, Tunnel Chaser, Xander 13, and Michael Mack, and they all kind of discussed, what Michael Mack was calling the Cool Kid Mustang kids. They had touched on a lot of it being popularity. A lot of it is, the higher ups might be promoting a product that they're not necessarily giving honest evaluations of because they're getting a paycheck from those companies. And I totally understand that aspect of where they're coming from. I've been on YouTube longer than majority of YouTubers. I started producing YouTube content in 2006. I started in the pocket bike category. And I was constantly hated on by expert pocket bike guys because I didn't know everything there was to know about pocket bikes. And later in life, I entered the gaming community and started making gaming content, and I was constantly flamed for not being a pro gamer. I was constantly flamed for not playing specific games. I was constantly flamed on for not playing the game the way the community wanted me to play. And I was banned often from different games. People would report me for playing certain ways and doing certain things. Gaming companies had contacted me and told me they didn't like the content that I put out about their game because it was negative. And it's just part of the show. I entered into the FPV and drone market and was constantly bashed on for not flying specific ways, not doing some of the more advanced cool tricks. And same as when I got into doing Mustang vlogging, man, I was constantly bagged on for not being a mechanic, for not being a pro race car driver, and not being a historian on the Mustang. It's like a normal guy just can't go out and start making videos unless he has all these titles and milestones behind him or something, and that is what I consider the cool kid Mustang kids, is the people that feel like they're so elite that they have to shit on the bottom end guys, the up and coming guys. And so I feel where these guys are coming from, and I wish them the best, like I said. But it was one of those things that it's just like I wanted to touch on, because guys, you're never going to get away from that. And you gotta just tell them to, actually don't tell them anything. Just ignore them. If there's one piece of advice I can give about being a YouTube content creator, now again, I don't want to get flamed because I'm not a huge successful YouTuber, but I have been doing this for 13 years, is you gotta just ignore people, man. Just ignore people. All right, that being said, I wanted to touch basis on Gotham EMS's video about his typewriter tick project. He is basically buying a bunch of my t-shirts, which I designed, the Typewriter Tick Club t-shirt, and he is putting it out there and sending it to some of the higher ups at Ford. I know he had already sent one to his service advisor and his service technician, and now he's sending one back to the the reclaimed vehicles, the buyback people. He's sending one to his agent, and I think that's super cool. But what he was calling for was basically a movement, and he wants to get some names of some of the more higher up Ford guys and start sending them these shirts. And I think it's a really good idea. I mean, it's not only is it a movement, but it's a statement. And I think I'm going to participate. I think I'm going to get a couple and send them to a few people that I know. And it just kind of, it's like one of those things to bring awareness to the community. I mean, a lot of us are familiar with it because we're going through it. But, there's a large population out there that has no idea what's going on with this typewriter tick. And to get some information out there, and the efforts of like, wow, I just got a new t-shirt, and what is this Typewriter Tick Club? I feel like it's a really positive thing, and it's a movement, like I said. Gotham EMS put his video out, and he had this to say.
And we can forward this t-shirt to one of those individuals. Hell, I'll buy a dozen more of them. If there's a dozen people you guys think that can deserve this t-shirt, I'll do it. I don't care. I got a $30,000 check in my bank account right now. I'll buy $30,000 worth of them.
I think if I stop it at the perfect moment, it sticks, right? You have to follow through with that, like regardless of what you said after the fact.
No, I won't, Street. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think if I stop it at a certain spot, you have to. So $30,000 worth of t-shirts is going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Just kidding. But I think that is a really good start to just bringing some awareness. It's like Ford has made their official statement now, which I read at the beginning of the video. But again, I feel like this is needing to be brought up amongst the rest of the community, and Ford needs to kind of know how a lot of us feel about it. So that basically leads us into the whole typewriter tick issue. The TSB has been brought out. There has been an official acknowledgement and statement from Ford with this TSB, and I got 3 huge problems with it. And I'm going to name them right now. I mean, this is when I read the statement made, this is what pops into my head. Give me an explanation for it. Why does it make that sound? What's making that sound? What makes the metallic sound? If it's totally normal, you guys should have an explanation for it, and I want to know what it is. I want you to convince me. I want to be in the know. What's causing the sound? Number 2, if it's normal, why don't they all sound like that? Why doesn't every single 5-liter from 2011 to 2019 sound like that? A small majority of, or a small minority of them sound like that. Why don't all of them sound like that? And number 3, which is the biggest red flag for me, why do friction modifiers and oil additives silence it for a given time. I mean, right? If you can put an oil additive into the motor and it silences the metallic tick, what's that all about? Those oil additives are meant to do one thing, and that's to increase the lubrication functionality of the oil. Am I just totally not on the same level? I mean, I feel like those are three really good questions. If you're telling me that typewriter tick is normal, answer me those three questions. Give me an explanation. I think it's legit. I think it's completely legitimate. So comment below what you guys think and how you're feeling about it, because I feel like it's valid and I want answers. So after saying all that, it kind of leads me into, okay, well, what are my plans for the car now? Because the last I left it is I had 2 repair attempts on the typewriter tick, and now they're saying they're not going to attempt any repairs. So I don't even think a long block is an option for me anymore. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to forget the past. I'm going to look to the future, and I'm going to send that mother. I'm going to send it every day. And if that motor goes, then they're going to replace it. And if they have to replace my motor, I'm going to demand compensation. I've already talked to my lawyer about it. He says it's probably not going to be a problem at all. And we'll come to that road when that happens, or if it happens. It's like I'm paying double payments on the Mustang right now. I should have it paid off in about 2 years. And I'm warranted for 5. So we'll see what goes on there. As for modifications for the Mustang, I have no reason now basically to shy away from it. Other than the whole avoiding the warranty thing. I'm not willing to avoid the warranty. But I was debating for a long time in the back of my head, like, I don't know about this tick, man. I don't know if I want to invest more money into the car. But as of now, I think it's official. They're not going to attempt to repair it. It's normal. So I'm going to start putting some money into it. Lowering springs on the way. Probably going to get the X pipe again and put the X pipe on. And then I have some cosmetic ideas, tinning soon. We're saving up a lot of money right now for the new truck. So be on the lookout for the truck too. I'm going to start making some content on the truck because the truck's going to be badass, bro. But stay tuned, guys. I just kind of wanted to touch basis on a few things and fill you in on what's going on with me. I hope you are all well. I've been talking to a lot of you guys on a daily basis, and I'm so happy with the friendships that I've made throughout this tick ordeal. It's like, yeah, the tick sucks. Yeah, it's been a problem, but what has come out of it for me personally has been really great, and I'm not sorry for it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram at silverstang707 for more content on the car. We'll see you guys on the next one.